Hi everyone, I'm Mrs. Manana, one of the first grade teachers. I'm going to be teaching some strategies from our fourth unit of study for reading book. This one is called Meeting Characters and Learning Lessons. I'm going to do this through a series of read aloud stories. We're going to be taking a look at some strategies and see how we can use those to make us even better readers. It's not going to change the activities that you're going to have on your reading choice boards each week, but feel free to occasionally use one of the read alouds for some of the activities. Our first theme is Off We Go, Readers Go on Adventures. As readers, we think of ourselves as being adventurers, taking a look at what it is that we are doing, where we might be going, and what we might see on the way. Our first strategy that we're going to be working on is taking a sneak peek. Get ready, take a sneak peek. We've used this strategy before during the year, and you may remember it. What we're going to do is to see how it helps us as readers. One of the first things we do with any book is take a look and preview it, taking a look through lots of different parts. Our book today is going to be called The Perfect Nest by Catherine Friend, illustrated by John Manders. What we're going to be doing as we take a look at this book is to take a look at different parts of the book before we even start to read. We're going to take a good look at the cover and see what we see. I'm noticing a cat standing behind this nest with a big sign that says The Perfect Nest. As I look at the back cover, I'm noticing that there are some animals there looking at another sign. Sometimes we can look too through what we call the end pages and see what information we get from that. And the front and the back are not always the same. We can look through other parts of the story and ask ourselves, what are we noticing? I'm noticing some angry animals. What were you noticing? We can continue to take a look through the book and see, wonder what's happening here. Looks like a fight. Wonder why they would be doing that. Oh, here's the cat. Looks like he's ready for a big meal. Look, he's dressed in different things. I wonder why he would do that. Wow, he looks pretty excited here. Think about what you're noticing as you're taking a look through the book, and take a look and see what's happening to the characters. Now, our book, The Perfect Nest by Catherine Friend, illustrated by John Manders. Keep wondering. Jack the cat gathered together everything he needed, then built the perfect nest, dry and cozy and just the right size. But the nest was not for Jack. With this perfect nest, he would attract a perfect chicken, who would lay a perfect egg, which would make a perfect omelet for a cat like Jack. Soon enough, a chicken came along. "Ay, caramba!" she cried. "A perfect nest!" She hopped up and laid a small egg. Then a duck waddled by. "Sacre bleu!" she cried. "Le perfect nest!" The duck pushed the chicken out, hopped up, and laid a medium-sized egg. Then a goose lumbered by. "Great balls of fire!" she cried. "A perfect nest!" The goose pushed the duck out, hopped up, and laid a large egg. Jack's mouth began to water. 3 eggs would make 3 omelets. But then the duck leaped onto the goose's back. "This is my nest!" The chicken flew up onto the duck. "No, this is my nest!" The 3 cackled and quacked and honked, but each refused to leave the perfect nest. They squished each other for days. Each day, Jack tried to get the birds off the nest. "Fire! Fire!" he cried. They didn't move. "Flood! Flood!" he cried. They didn't move. "Wolf! Wolf!" he cried. But the chicken, the duck, and the goose would not move. Finally, Jack stood before them. "You birds are so silly. The next farm over has an even better nest, and it's empty. Why doesn't one of you use that nest?" "An empty nest!" cried the chicken. "Without a goose to sit on my head? Ay, caramba!" "Sacre bleu!" cried the duck. "I am tired of smelling like the chicken. That nest is mine." "Great balls of fire!" cried the goose. "Out of my way!" And they all flapped away. Alone at last, Jack returned to the nest and peeked inside. He arranged the eggs neatly in a row. Small breakfast, medium lunch, and large dinner. Jack's stomach rumbled. Just then, crack! The small egg broke open and out popped a wet baby chick, who looked up at Jack and said, "Ay, caramba! Hola, mama!" Crackety snap! The medium-sized egg broke open, and out scrambled a wet baby duck, who looked up at Jack and said, "Sacre bleu! Bonjour, maman!" Crackety, crackety, boom! The largest egg broke open, and out stepped a wet baby goose, who looked up at Jack and said, "Great balls of fire! Howdy, Ma!" Jack stared at the babies. What was he to do? He couldn't make omelets out of them. "Dry me, dry me, dry me!" cried the soggy baby chick. "Feed me, feed me, feed me!" cried the hungry baby duck. "Play, play, play!" cried the excited baby goose. Jack hid in the barn. The 3 babies found him. He hid in the woods. The 3 babies found him. Jack hid under the tractor. The 3 babies found him and dragged him back to the nest. "Sleep, sleep, sleep," the tired babies finally whispered. "Cold, cold, cold," said the shivering babies. Jack scratched his head. Someone had to care for these babies, but there was no one else around. Jack lifted all 3 babies into the nest. "Buenas noches, Mama," said the baby chick. "Bonne nuit, Maman," said the baby duck. "Sweet dreams, Ma," said the baby goose. Then Jack climbed into the nest, and the babies fell asleep. That's when he realized that this was really the perfect nest. It's the end of our story. But our strategy works for any book that we're doing. We're taking a look at previewing a book before we start so that we have in our brain an idea of where we're going and what might happen. And then we use our brains to check as we go along. Until next time, see you later.